A meeting kaba arjong baroh ki seng pyrthei banyatai halor ka reservation policy ya ka bala khlieh da ka myntri ka sorkar jylla ka kong Ampareen Lyngdoh batla ya shim bynta da baroh ki seng pyrthei Hadien bala wai ka ni ka jingialang ka chairperson jong ka committee kala iathuh shakilat pathai khubor bakala bthah ya baroh ki seng pyrthei bakin iatai shwa paramaki hala ki jong ki seng bat ya kito ki Seng Kiba Kwah ban Pynkylla ya ka reservation policy ki de ban Wanrah ka Jingpynshai inda ka committee ka penlong biang ya ka jingialang Hadien khat sansngi Shushu ka kong Ampareen kala iathuh bakan rasha ka sorkar ya baroh ki jing ai jing mut ki balami nakatay ka jingialang.
All political parties in the state of Meghalaya today, there were points where there was a different opinion. There were points where there was an agreement. We've decided to take a few positive steps. For example, two political parties that did not participate with us in the previous meeting and were not privy to the discussions of that meeting will be again meeting with the officers to satisfy their understanding of a proposed roster. There is one thought which says form a committee of experts, legal background, constitutional background, then economical background, somebody from the economics department that will look at data, that will look at evaluation of population. So there was a mixed suggestion here, and in the meanwhile, we have requested all political parties that we will accordingly submit all of these deliberations to the government. Government will then review and take its decision on all the suggestions that we submitted. It was a very vibrant discussion. Some parties feel that we must go ahead with recruitment once the roster is made clear to parties that were not part of the previous meeting. Some say that put the recruitments on hold. So we know one thing, that today's deliberations were very, very positive, and we have communicated accordingly to all political parties that kindly please go back to your respective political parties with those discussions. And we hope that these discussions will then result positively so that we have political parties on board. We need to be on the same page. And the very fact that there were divergent views on their opinions of that reservation policy goes on to say that we are likely at the level of this committee not competent to really discuss all those matters. We have requested all political parties also to prepare their suggestions, omissions, cancellations, deletions with substantial legal footing. Because we can all suggest whatever we want, but we need to also make sure that we clear the legal scrutiny. As a state, political parties are mandated to review with condition that there will be no obstruction or scrutiny that will result negatively for the government. More or less, this is what we have said. It was a very vibrant, proactive discussion, and I don't see that we should have any problems with that. And the other thing is,
was that on roster or policy?
We first had to close the roster, but few political parties were not there. So everybody has to be on board. Everybody has to be on board. This is a landmark decision that we will be taking. We are looking at probably maybe 3 weeks from today. Some parties have requested government to immediately notify this committee, but then some parties are saying that we have to go back first. So it's still very obscure, but I hope that the positive vibes that I got in this meeting today will result well in the interest of the people of the state of Meghalaya.
What was the mind of all political parties regarding this demand to review the reservation policy now?
All political parties have their own opinions. Some have asked for status quo, some have said review on these points. But all of those presentations were made verbally. Now, we cannot make a verbal presentation in front of a committee and expect the committee to understand what you mean by that. The second thing is, you may come with a drop menu and say we want this done. But you also have to give justification so that government, if at all it considers any of your suggestions, or for that matter that expert committee, should it be an independent committee, should it not be an independent committee, we don't know. But you at least have to justify. And each political party will be responded to individually. And then we can have a common discussion again. The next meeting is 3 weeks from now.